Hi there, Dr. Vicki Lemper here with the Shift Happens channel. Surrendering. That is such a key component, but we struggle so much because we think, oh my gosh, if I surrender, then I won't get what I want. And this is especially true when you're trying to manifest your SP. So, because we have so many claws into the idea of love, right? There's so many different connotations with love. There's so many different definitions and realizations of love that we can get kind of in our head a little bit about it, right? And so we don't allow ourselves to truly surrender. Well, what does that really mean? And really, it's just a constant surrendering. And when I say surrender, it is a constant practice all the time, because 3D will show you those frustrating moments. And then you're like, oh my gosh, it's not working. And then it's like, well, wait a minute, surrender, constantly letting go and detaching from your emotions with that story. We have storylines going through and they pop up. That little ego's like, careful. You can't have your SP. Come on now. You're not worthy of it. And then you're like, no. And so you try and shift and you start trying and trying. Whereas surrender is almost like serenity, right? And you just let it go. And so we're going to get into that deeper and deeper. But before that, go ahead and like, share, and comment. In fact, comment below. I am manifesting myself as the powerful creator. And you just go ahead and comment and affirm right there. Just affirm. I am manifesting myself as the powerful creator, because that is the ultimate surrender. That is ultimately where we want to go as manifestors. We want to get to that acceptance that we truly are source. We are God. God works through us as us. And that is sometimes mind-blowing, especially, I know I grew up Catholic, and so sometimes that little, we have a lot of thoughts of God's out here keeping a scorecard. But that's actually separation, right? We are one. We are one with source, with God, the ultimate divine, whatever you want to refer to it as, universe, whatever it is. We are ultimately all connected as well. We are one consciousness. We are all the same particles. We are all one. That is why we can manifest anybody. And when I talk SP, it could be somebody at work, a colleague, some family member, friends, romantic partner, whatever it is. And so we're, especially with this community, we always come here looking to find out how to manifest our SP. And so often, a lot of people come to us pretty desperate, right? And so that when we mention surrendering, they get a little panicked. You get panicked, like, oh no, if I surrender, then I won't be able to do, we are so used to controlling and wanting to change and test that 3D. Listen, I do the same thing. I've done that before. I feel like I've let go, and then all of a sudden I'm going to throw something out there, see if it's going to come back. And then that's more of a manipulation. That's not coming from a place of true love and surrendering. That comes from I'm testing this 3D. Let's see where my SP is at. No. And so you only want to, communicate or interact with your SP if you're in a place of peace. Well, that takes us back to surrendering. What does that really mean? It means it's an inner work, of course. It's a deep thought. It's a deep knowingness, the trusting the process, knowing that it is done. But I'm okay with you saying it's coming to me, because sometimes if that feels good, let it happen. Because sometimes when I know there's a lot of people out there saying, it is done. I am with my SP and we're married. It's like, really? Are we? Because you can't really trick yourself into it, because then all of a sudden that resistance even goes up even further. That ego is like, careful, this is a bunch of crap. I can't even believe you're believing this. What are you doing? So ease into it. Yeah, I know my SP is coming to me. That feels good, right? And that goes with any affirmation, as long as it's aligning with source, and it always goes back to source. That is truly surrendering and developing that self-concept and choosing to be that person that has that SP, or, it could be money, wealth, health, or and love. How can we forget about love, right? That's all it's about, right? And so that's another reason why you can manifest your SP, because it is all love. It is all about love. We are all one line of love, right? But anyway, so when you are surrendering, and then of course we have to peek into that 3D and kind of analyze it, even when it's good stuff, maybe even especially when good stuff is happening. Oh, they're talking to me, they're paying attention to me, or whatever. Well, then all of a sudden we can get in our head and be like, then all of a sudden an expectation will pop up. Be like, well, they normally do this and they were doing this, so therefore, they've been calling me, so why aren't they calling me tonight? Or you're expecting a text. Listen, don't mess in the middle. Those are little things, right? What does a text or a phone call or interaction mean? You want to go to the end. Always go to the end. And truly, I have really learned that really I was messing in the middle and just wanting little things to happen. It's like, no, you got to go all the way to the end and rest in that and surrender to it. But again, we like to peek. We like to see that 3D, and we like to kind of go, ooh, and overanalyze. Well, when that happens, and it might trigger something, and it might take you into a spin of negative thoughts and negative feelings, I will never tell you to push away or ignore those. Absolutely sit with them. Breathe through it, and actually use them. Then you just get quiet and get into a meditative state. And you just go to that inner child, because oftentimes we develop all of our limiting beliefs from birth until 7 or 10 years old, right? And you don't even have to go to a place where there's an actual story. And it's okay if an actual story comes up, but let's say all of a sudden you see something in the 3D and it was an unwanted circumstance. And a lot of times we'll just go with rejection. Ooh, that doesn't feel good, right? So then you go in and you meditate and you're like, whew, and you just maybe something, happened with, you don't even have to have a real situation. It could be maybe you were rejected by your mom. She was late picking you up from school and you were the last one to be picked up and you were scared. Revisit that and have them come to you and just hold you and be like, you can say, man, I feel abandoned. You didn't pick me up right away. You don't love me. And then have that parent come to you and that little child and just hug them and just love on them and be like, no, I love you just fine. I love you with my whole heart. I got late because I had to pick up your brother from piano practice and he was running late, and I got to talking to the teacher, and back then they didn't have cell phones, so you can't say that. But anyway, don't get caught up too much in the detail, but soothe that young child, your inner child. And again, it doesn't have to be a specific story. It could be just the feeling of rejection. And it could be just you sitting by a swing set and all of a sudden your mom comes and picks you up and says, I just love you so much. You belong. Whatever makes you feel better, right? And the more you shine a light on it, the less it has the claws in you. Then you're able to detach emotionally from those stories, because that's ultimately where we're hanging on to, right? Our ego, our emotions are hanging on to stories that are attached to a storyline that isn't aligned with your source. So when you truly surrender, you are in that moment of neutrality and you're just feeling love, and don't forget about appreciation and just being in the moment. It sounds easy, and it is extremely blissful, because ultimately when we manifest, again, I'm going to ask you to put it in the comments. I am manifesting myself as the powerful creator. I am manifesting myself as the powerful creator, because that's the ultimate manifestation. When you accept that and you surrender to that, you can have, be, and do all that you desire without even trying. Ultimately, that's the manifestation, is that feeling of calm, peace, natural neutrality. And that is accepting yourself and surrendering yourself and accepting that you are I am manifesting myself as the powerful creator. You are the powerful creator because Source works through you as you. You just keep telling yourself and affirming that, and good things will happen. And just, soothe yourself into that. When you surrender and you meet up with those negative 3Ds, go inside and soothe that inner child. Go back to when you're a child and just hold them. Hold yourself and see that young, beautiful girl or boy, or, yourself as that beautiful person, and self-soothe yourself. Talk to yourself. Have that conversation, and you'll get out of it in 30 seconds, and you're going to feel so much better. You might even feel a little drained, but that's okay, because you let those emotions out. The more you address those emotions, the less it's going to, fester up, and the less it's going to have those claws. You're going to start detaching from those emotional stories that you have attached to your desires. And just always remember, those desires come from God. They're legit. You don't have to question those. Those are already manifested. They're done. They're creation. They're out there somewhere. You have infinite possibilities. So allow them. Surrender and allow yourself to be that powerful source. You are that powerful source. You can have, be, and do all that you desire. Love, money, health. Those are our 3 big things, right? All right, I know this helps someone. Again, comment below. I have the note right here, so that's what I'm looking at. I am manifesting myself as the powerful creator. Yeah, do it, guys. All right, let's have some fun. Be light about it. If you enjoy manifesting, made simple and easy and attainable and fun, we got to lighten up out there, people. And let's have some fun. You can contact me at shifthappenslifecoaching@gmail.com. I mean, just the title. Shift happens. Right? Have some fun. Surrender, allow, and accept yourself as that powerful manifesting creator. All right. Till next time. Take care. Bye-bye.